Alrighty, what is going on today? Greetings, travelers, and of course, all you builders out there. It's me, you know who, Kevin C. here at Action Pants Gaming. Hoping that whatever time of day it is for you and whatever it is you might be doing at this time while you're watching this, well, I hope it's going good. We got patch 4.12. Let's see if it fixed anything that is detrimental to us. We are going to start. Today we're going to do start just to take a look at the kaleidoscopes. We'll start there. Now I know Zu's going to be on in a little bit, but I wanted to give my opinion. See if anything else while being fixed also broke. See if some of the things that were broken, you know, have been fixed that I particularly noticed. We'll see. That I happened to notice, rather, excuse me. What a long ass day at work today. Pardonnez-moi. Nope, I'm not holding out much hope. Alright. I have a feeling this is... I mean, this one was working pretty well last time. That's not looking good. That's not promising. Alright. That's not looking good. Alright, let's go to R&D. And let's hope for the best, but expect the worst. I'm really hoping they fixed the teleporter, but I don't think they did. I didn't see anything in the patch notes. But, you know, one thing might affect another thing, so we'll see what happens here. I'm going to take a look. The warp screen looks a little funky, a little patchy, a little weird, but yeah, no, this ain't going to be. This is bumming me out already. I can tell right there. Pardonnez-moi. Excuse me. Yep, still way too bright, which sucks because look at how cool the color looks now. It's so much more animated. It's got more of a... Oh, it's so much better, but that fog effect kills it. We'll do some experimenting this week, probably Sunday, but yeah, see? My favorite one, still broken. Coloration is still funky. That sucks. This one looks like it would be so much better, too. You can see things so much better. Son of a... Ah. Why? Sean? You know, and again, you know, I had it all set up perfectly. And this looks even better than it did before, but no. That fog effect is just... It does not need to be there. It really doesn't. It's a neat thing for the teleporter, like the portals, rather, excuse me, and the big one on the Nexus, but we don't need that effect. It ruins the look of the teleporter. Unfortunately, the teleporter look is already ruined. Look at this, too. Like, totally messing up my stuff here, man. Like, that is ridiculous. That... Right there. That should not be... And what the hell is that? Oh, okay, it's just a cursor. Like, what the hell is that over there? But yeah, that is not... Look at that. That's just gross. That should not be doing that, right? I don't know what that is, but it does not look appropriate. Alright, yeah, see how that's bleeding down in now? Like, that is not good. That is not proper. Whatever's going on here is not good. All right, let's make a recording of that real quick. I'm going to post that. Okay, so I don't know what's going on here, but the fog effect needs to go away. And this lighting should not do this. Whatever's going on here, this should not be doing this. That is not proper. Please take away the fog effect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, wrong button. Stop recording. That should be enough. All right, so that didn't get fixed. Okay. As much as I was hoping it would have, it did not. Real quick, we're going to just check here, even though L1 is still cycle part. So, as usual, the builders get screwed. It's like, I love how everyone's like, oh, they favor the builders. Bullshit, they do. Like, our mechanic breaks first with every update. It's the last to get fixed. It took years to get new building parts. So whoever says that they favor the builders, even though they should, because, well, in my opinion, the builders kept this game alive in the slow times. But that's just my opinion. When everyone was complaining there was nothing to do, the amazing builders who taught me what I know, or some of what I know, and taught me how to glitch build back in the day, making videos and keeping people interested in the building aspect of it. Smash, welcome. Gamma, welcome. Yeah, well, the update, it did not fix my kaleidoscopes. In fact, it's exactly the same. We know some work, some don't. We don't know why that is, but it is the way it is. This one may come into focus. We'll find out about the color stuff when I reload in. Yeah, like, see, this one works. And look how much better the animation is. Except for the center. The center's way too foggy. So why is this one working? Is it a proximity sort of deal? You know? I mean, we're going to find out. We'll do some testing. Maybe we'll do that in a little bit. They should have, like, I know a bunch of people had brought it up, so it's not fixed yet. They didn't remap the buttons for build mechanic, so that's kind of crappy. All right, we know we don't need to go to any other ones. We know that some of them work, some of them don't. So we're going to quit out of this save. We're going to go into the city save. Let me rephrase something. The builders helped keep the game alive. There were some other people, too, who were still exploring and doing other things that, were saying, like, there's still this to do as well. But, in my opinion, like, the builders were like, hey, look at these cool things. And, like ER and those guys were making JC and American Psycho and Kilbs, we're all making videos of their builds and, like, posting those. And, like, hey, look, there's stuff to do. Like, look at this. And then when I was taught how to glitch build, I tried to get that out there as much as I could, with my limited subscriber base. Even more limited back then. I hear the portal bases are fixed. So what am I noticing here immediately? We have the unlevel floor bit. I'm still switching Exocraft. there's that bug where it's like, I'm not in the exocraft. I'm not in the exomech, rather. I am... The bite beat still sounds screwed up. The lighting... still sucks, and in fact is worse. I'm surprised the patches were now like, fix this for VR, fix that for VR, fix this for VR. But oddly enough, VR seems to be running great. Because it seems to be where they put their effort in. Which is, Oh yeah, new screen I made last night. So yeah, the lighting is still atrocious. Slash the rendering. The build mechanic is still exactly the same, I would imagine. We'll find out right now just by doing one thing. Doesn't even matter what I use. Oh, I can't tell there. Hold on. Yep. So nothing got addressed there. We're still tethered, even though we don't want to be. L1 is still swap. Although, oh no. Oh no. Did they change it? No, because rotate should be L1, R1. Yeah, okay, never mind. So they still haven't remapped that button. Alright. Hopefully in the next patch. The terrain is weird. It's showing up in odd ways that it never used to. But let's do a full check on that since we're going to be working here in a little bit. Alright, this is okay, but odd. The lighting is still way off. Who knows why it does what it does. Like, hey, it's fully lit there, but let me just turn my head a little bit, and now it's all wonky. That shouldn't be like that. Whatever I'm seeing, it should be, and it's doing this flashy bit. All right, let's see if this chunks back in. So it's kind of weird. There's some weird spotty terrain that, like it's the terrain. We should know better by now. Shouldn't even be saying anything about the terrain. It's either going to do something or it won't. We don't know. And we never know. But I spent a considerable amount of effort cleaning up terrain. The screen's okay. I made a new one last night. Made a different one. I had the idea, and after I ended the stream, I actually started building it, and then didn't take too long. I just used basic ideas from the last one. I need to, again, it's like the last one. I need to tweak it a little bit, perfect it a little bit more, but for the most part, it's done and done. Yeah, so tech support kind of had a good analogy. It's kind of tethered to your face. So when you're doing when you're trying to place a part, right? And we'll go and we'll do a little bit of that, and I'll show you how I built this other little screen too. Although I'm sure y'all can figure it out pretty simply. Yeah, rendering is being a little funkier than normal. It's taking a little. I mean, granted, new update. I got to let it settle. All right, all right, relax, Kev. Relax, relax. Hold your horses. Pull back on the reins. Fly, Brian. What's going on? How you doing? But yeah, it pretty much works with any part. So if I come here and say instead of a poster, I want to put, uh, this light on the wall. Ooh, wait a minute. See, it's not doing it with this, which is kind of odd. That's so bizarre. Maybe it's just the posters? Hold on, we'll try something else. Nope, the light. No? The light a little bit. Yeah, the light's moving in a funky way. But no, it's not too bad. It just seems like maybe I don't know, to be honest with you now. Now I'm a little wondering. What the hell are we talking about? Maybe it's just with the posters. But yeah, this definitely has a tethered vibe to it now, which helps to line it up, to be honest. I'm not 100% opposed to this. I mean, granted, we need our rotation back so I can turn it around, and if I do that, I can tap it back. But this, this does, for posters, maybe tethering posters, maybe if they do put it back the way it was, I might start tethering posters because it's really kind of the best way to line them up. Trying to rotate it doesn't really work. But we need that rotation back, for other things. I can't be, I need to, what if I need to adjust, a minor adjustment? I mean, with the posters and the stickers, I don't mind. I'm wondering what else does that, and who knows, what happens with the next patch. Is it other things? I want to have it in free placement? No. But we need our left side rotation back. That needs to come back. Maybe it's just the posters. Oddly enough, it might be. You know what? I think it's just the posters. The light. Ooh, you know what? This may come in handy for certain things. And I'm wondering if this did this before, but I don't think it did. I think they did this on purpose. I think this might be something. Because the only things that this is kind of doing this with, because even this isn't. All right. What else do we use on a regular for a pill light? What else would go to a wall? What else follows the path of the wall? So it's something that follows path. Like this. Okay. So it's something that follows an angle is going to have that tethered feeling to it, I think. So anything that would follow a wall, for example. Okay, so what does that? What else follows path? These follow path. All of this does. Yep. So you know what? I get it. And I kind of like it. It's a little more difficult, but I think once you get used to it, I think it's going to be better. Because instead of scooting around the wall, you can actually line this up much easier this way. Because this is left and right and only left and right. It doesn't... Oh! Really now? That's much smoother. Wow. That works a lot better. That's weird. I was like, whoa. But yeah, I think this was done on purpose. This is not going to change. And as long as we can get the other rotation back, I am fine with this. Unless they're planning on doing something, because it doesn't really truly affect it if you think about it, right? Now, Gamma, what I'm noticing here is it's anything that follows path, right? So this is a wall hanging piece. So, and, it also sits here. But when you put it here, it acts differently. But when it's on the wall, which before, you know what? I like this. I'm now, the way I'm thinking about it now, I'm liking it more, but we need the other rotation back. Because before, for other things, for walls and, placement like that. Because before we'd like rotate it, we tap, and we go too far, and we could never quite get it parallel. This, you can get it parallel. And then, quickly place it, back out, kind of reposition yourself. Now we're going to move. Okay, so now we're on that angle. Okay, so it changes. I don't like when it does that. Because it's like, I don't want it to change position. I just need to move it. But it's much more level. I think you can get it much more parallel with this technique. So, yeah, I think they did it on purpose. I think it is not going anywhere. And I am kind of okay with it. As long as it doesn't translate to something like that, which it wouldn't. What if I do this? Then does it? No. Okay. But this is why we would need our other rotation back. Because, you go too far and you just need to kind of tap it the other way, you know what I mean? Like there. Now I'd want to kind of tap it, work the controller a little bit, because now, we're going to be, off center here, or, I got to roll it all the way around and hope when, we just need to have the other rotation back, so I can then now tap that back the other way. Because as you're tapping it with the controller, you can kind of level it out. Because the controller has to catch, it's microseconds, but it still needs to catch up, to the input. So you can kind of, tweak it that way. So, yeah, I'm kind of thinking this isn't, because it doesn't affect anything other than what's on a wall. Let's see if the sound gets any better today. I don't think it will. So while we're here, let's just let's start from the beginning and see anything that would follow a path would be something like, not that, something like, and I really want them to make these visible so we can place them manually to start a thing with that or do whatever we want. You know, manually place it in there if we need to. It would be nice to get our windows viewable again, our corridors, our pipes, unless they're going to change these to something new. But then, even then, please, it would be nice. So floors, walls, ceilings, we don't got to worry about any of that doing that, right? Okay, what follows past here? Not any of this. This. Yep, we don't got to worry about really lining it up. It's round. And if you do it like this, instead of using the rotations, you can actually get it more centered. Yep, okay. Yep, see, boom, slide, right stick. The only thing I do see a minor problem with this is if it changes its position when you go to move it. That's definitely one of them. You can't go down without going out of position. You can't go up and down without going out of position. So you have to go left, right, you know, to get your left and right, but up and down, you have to get there, then you have to move it offset, then left stick to reposition. But say you want it in the middle. All right, so now we're going to get it centered that way. And I'm using the upper reference point, by the way, in the middle of the detail work, the iron work. That middle line on the sphere generator. And then the left stick, left and right. And that gets you, yeah, you know what? Okay. All right. Skang, what's going on? Thank you, homie, for the $5. The £5 super chat donation, rather, excuse me. Everybody 07 Skang Biscuit, please, for the $5 super chat donation. Thank you very much, my friend. Really appreciate that. So, bingo bango. This isn't going anywhere. I am 97.6% certain of that. That the way the posters and things that attach to a wall, this is how it's going to be. We still need that rotation back. But I am not at all, well, you know, like anything, I fear change, but that's not entirely true, but somewhat true on some levels. You get comfortable with something, you know, and it works, you know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm stepping away from the controller for a moment, pardon me. And I know Zoo's on, and he's way more fun than I am, and that's where everybody is, I get it. But these are my impressions of the patch, the new update, things I'm noticing, you know, my take on it. All right, so I think that's the way this is. And I think that's going to stay. And I'm okay with it. I think it's actually better for those items. And it's interesting how they were able to separate that. But that does explain the wire, which also I think will be easier to line up and get straight now in a manual fashion, you know, for organic style glitch building or organic style building where you're not using snap points. Yeah, it's all like that. Anything that hits a wall. And you know what? It ain't bad. I think it's a lot easier to get horizontal. I mean, yes, there are some things like, you have to kind of straighten it up as you go. And it does get a little weird here. Some items might be a little bit funky. But, you can. I wonder if L2 and L1 are going to change into something different, or L1 and L2 are going to be something different. Hmm. I like the dual rotate, but I'm wondering, we do need it for other things though, like, when putting for example, like if we wanted to throw this up here. Yeah, actually, you know what? Mm-hmm. That's much better. Look at that. I mean, it's not perfect because I didn't spend the time, but for blindly doing it. Okay, so now if I move this, however, it's going to change position. No. Okay, good. All right, but now that we're in with this piece, it doesn't matter that we've done that. Now it's going to go via your camera, right? So depending on your camera angle and positioning is going to determine how this sits. You're not going to be able to rotate it except for manually at this point. But depending on how your camera's angled is going to throw you offside. Now we could place that, move it. Yeah, but see, I'm already past. So I would have to totally replace this or come back around again. Yeah, and I've already gone past it. It's better in its rotation. I will give it that. Like the notch, the click, the chick, 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 as you're going around, it seems a little bit more accurate. Coming around to a degree point, which I don't understand why that isn't the way it is anyway. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this piece, if you rotate it, it's at this angle. Okay, so like keep a gauge there. Put the floor panel over. Okay, so the gauge is like you rotate the floor panel around and it hits each one of those notches till it comes back around to 12 o'clock, right? So before it was almost like the gauge moved with the part. Now it almost seems like, the gauge sits where it's supposed to. So as you're bringing it around, and every one of those button presses is a position point, a degree point, and I'll use compass stuff, so north, south, east, west, right? So we're heading, we're coming around, to, click, click, click. And when you come back to north, it should be upright at north. You know what I mean? It should just be like, oh, all right, this is where I should be horizontal. But the notch positioning seems better. So, to sum this up, anything that hits a wall now, anything that can follow a path is going to have this kind of wire tethered feeling to it. And I think that is the way it's going to be. Once again, I'm okay with that. Because it does really help to line up. Yeah, and it's useful, but we don't need to do adjacencies anymore. There's no, There's no real need for it, although it does come in handy at times. But anything can be done with universal adjacency, so having L2 and R2 to swap the part over almost doesn't need to be. You know what I mean? Is that making sense? So yeah, basically anything that would ride a wall is going to have, oh, this is a floor. Yeah, that's more of a floor piece. I'm just doing that, but it's not meant to be on a wall necessarily. This, on the other hand, meant to be on a wall. Lining that up becomes a lot easier on that level, on getting it, you know, perpendicular or parallel or whatever you're trying to do. So, yeah, anything that would do that normally on a wall is going to stay like that. And that, to me, is quite okay, now that I know it. So you get it level, kind of in the area you want. This might get a little iffy at times, I think, where it might get a little frustrating, but the analog stick is much more sensitive, and then we slide it over with the left stick, because you can't go up or down, you can only go in or out, right? So, but the thing is, oh, wait a minute, as I'm going out, is that going up? It is. Ah! Ah! Okay, so here we go. So when you have something on the wall like this, once you get it parallel, you move your camera forward, it'll bring it down, left and right. Move your camera out. Oh, only when walking. Never mind. Only when walking. Okay, well, that's good to know. So when you're in camera position, you need to get it kind of where you need it. Then left and right it. It'll take a little getting used to, but I think it's actually going to be a lot better. I have a strange, sneaking suspicion that after a little bit of getting used to it, shrink that down a little bit. Actually, we may put that in there. I might move all that. Put this screen right there. Yeah, let's do that. All right, we'll do that afterwards. Okay. So, in my opinion, this is my opinion. This is not fact, speculation, or anything else. This is just my opinion. I think that is how wall attachment items are now going to be manipulated. And I think with a little practice, I think it will be better. Instead of trying to rotate it using an R1 and never quite getting it straight, now I want to put this here, and I want that on the other side, so I get it roughly where I need it. Bring it up with the right stick and rotating, so you're kind of doing a little bit of both. You're like shimmying. I'm going to rotate that back, having that up top. Going to take a little getting used to. Okay, that looks good. Looks pretty parallel to me. Well, now I'm going to have to move it up to this line to make sure of that. Then we slide it over to the left a little bit, left joystick, place it, boom. Yeah, okay. Downside, usually anything you stick to a wall, the minute you move it, it twists. And that unfortunately leaves a little bit to be desired, because where is it? There you are. Place, move. That, I like it and I don't like it when it does that. But I guess, you know, it's just a question of maybe just, if you don't like the placement, just redoing it. Which, you know, this is actually not bad. Yeah, I get it. But are you flat? And this would be a little bit more difficult to get your rotation on. You're definitely tethered here. Yeah, it throws in the tether for you. It kind of... Yeah, and then it gets a little twisty depending on where you're tethered to, because it's like your cursor... Let's see what happens here. Yeah, that's tilting me up because that's going to go up at an angle. But yeah, see, that's a lot easier for fine. Downside, though. Alright, you could get out of camera mode. Downside, but that is still not going to quite do what you need it to do. Alright. Alright, you're tethered. Anything that goes to a wall is tethered now. Fine. I get it. It makes some sense. It does. Yep, exactly, Gamma. We're just going to have to get used to a little bit of change on that. Now, I still think we need the R1 back. I mean, the L1 back, excuse me. But, again, with universal adjacency, you really don't need adjacency. It's convenient. For certain things, but I haven't used an adjacency in forever. I've been using the universal adjacency. And the only time I've actually used an adjacency, I need to reload. Look at this. Split. All right, we're going to reload. We're going to save over here, though. Is to half a wall, because it's the way I used to do it. Yeah, that works. Lines up in there neat. Okay. Let's see what happens when I reload our restore point here. See if that fixes our flooring. Probably not. What? No snide remark from Skang? He usually does a funny remark. I'm a little bummed out. I should send back if there was a way to. I don't know if you can. I mean, I thank people, you know, on the spot, but there's no like physical way to put something. I was going to be like, funds on hold until a snide remark is added. And did that fix our flooring? Yay, it did. Okay. Our flooring is back to normal. All right. So I'm going to... This is the other thing that still has to get fixed. Didn't I already change you? Yes, I know I did. You know how I know I did? Because I did it. The fog and the lighting, man. Like, some things it's cool, other things it's not. Should be the lighting hits the fog of the area, not fog generated by the light in an area with no fog. You're going to get redone. So, yeah, you know, stuff. I'm still trying to see if I can do more with it, but, and the hands cut into the screen, so I gotta raise them up just a hair, shrink them down a little bit, just so the hands aren't, see how it cuts in on the bottom of the screen? Boom, right there. We need to keep that, you know, so we gotta raise that up just a tad bit. And then shrink them down a little bit so that it fits within the borders of that. Anyone interested to see how this was done? It's pretty simple and pretty self-explanatory. But if you'd like to see one made, I will make one. Anybody? Yes, no, maybe. Don't care. No comments? No, yes? Hello? This thing on? Or is everyone jumping over to Zoo? I know. I'm a nobody. It's alright. I get it. Fine, Brian, you want to see it? Alright. I just needed somebody to say yes or no. No, like, move on to something new. Which I don't know what I would do, but we find something. Alright, let's find a place for it. Pardon me. Pardonnez-moi. Where can we put that? Where else would that work? How about right here? That might work. I was wondering what to put up here. Do I? Should I put something like that up here? I've got two of the little ones up on there. Maybe not. It's already a lot of rah, 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 rah going on. Yeah, we need to throw a little technology into Old Town. You know, it's a mixture of... Here we go. Maybe right there. Yeah, maybe here. What do you think? Yeah, why not? All right. It's pretty simple. A lot of manual. I'm sure we could figure out a way to glitch stack it, but not really because you got to scale things. And, laying wires and doing it that way is a pain. You're better off with these just kind of doing it by hand and by eye. And as long as it looks good, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. Whatever your excuse me, whatever your tolerance level. Mine is a little bit OCD, but it does come in handy on occasion. All right, things you will need to build that particular monitor style. And this is going to be a pain in the ass because we are in closed quarters. You're going to need one of these. You are, of course, going to need one of these. So you start with this, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to rotate it till you get it flat. Or you could try, and I don't know which way is which here on this, so. And is going to change once I move it. Alright. So, there are a couple of different ways, obviously, that you can make this, right? So you can have something, a little more overhead. 1, 2. And that's going to kind of flatten you out right about there. Find whatever, viewing angle you want to get. I'll be right about there. And once you like where it is roughly. Let's see here, hold on, let me see what I got here. Boom, boom, and boom. We'll go right in the middle, I guess. Middle-ish. Alright, so now you have the screen portion, and depending on, obviously where you want to be viewing it, you'll do whatever you need to do. Now, it's at a little bit of an angle, so we can, if we want, maybe we could flatten it out, but I like seeing what we're seeing here. This looks relatively flat, but we'll mess around with it a little bit more. 1, 2. Unfortunately, now we got to rotate it all the way around. You know what? You're going to go somewhere else because I can't see. I can't see diddly. Can't tell if I'm straight or not. Just trying to find a good position for it. I don't know where I want to put it yet. Yeah, I guess here. Yeah, and we're going to keep it at more of an angle. Yeah, so we get more of the screen. All right, little kickback. Then it's messing around with this thing for a bit. Basically what it is you want to tilt it. Remember that, when you place it, and what we're going to need here is we're going to need a floor. Usually what I do now is I'll take like a little, small alloy here. Just kind of give myself a little base to work off of if I need to adjust some heights. Yep, there we go. Drop it in, just kind of see where it hits. All right, so I can go a little bit bigger with that. We might want to go a little higher with it too. A little bit over low. All right, let's move this up a little bit. But see what I'm doing here? That's basically it. That's all. You just got to tilt things a little bit, so he kind of stays in, in the area of the screen. And, if we wanted to, what we could do here as well is we could remove we may not want to here, but let me try and put something in to hold this. Actually, I think the other thing I've noticed is actually it's a natural fold over. Okay, so we're able to copy the parts we weren't able to copy before. So that is been addressed apparently. It's so weird what they get to and what changes. Richard, welcome. Janet, welcome. Thank you guys for stopping in. I mean, I know Zoo's on, so I get it if you want to go watch him. I do understand. We still have issues with the build mechanic, unfortunately. It is too bad. But notice this is actually I'll place one out here. I'll show you. I think. Hopefully I'm not. Hopefully I'm not fibbing. So mid wall. Copy. So we can just copy those now. You don't have to pick up and move and all that. Right on, Janet. Thank you. So, all right, where were we? Okay, now what we'll do is we'll pop this wall back in there. And that hides part of the legs. But you don't need to. It works the way I did it the other way with a lot of it showing. But now what we would need to do here, and we're gonna, so it doesn't really matter. So we're gonna go. It looks like we can bring them up and in a little bit, or back rather. Can also raise them up a little. We'll bring them back. Cut that. No, still needs to go back a little bit. Oh, now we got the problem with the hands, so we're going to lift the floor just a tad. Now he should raise up just a little bit. And that should still keep. Alright, still needs to go back a little bit. Gotcha. There we go. Now, we hope that this does not cover. And it does not. Perfect. Okay. Then the rest of it's just hiding it with your case. So now you take, whatever you want to do to hide this portion of it. Looks like you could go back just a little bit. A little bit more. All right, let's bring that back just a little bit more. And hopefully, actually before we do that, let's grab a floor panel. Find where that thing is, which is right about there. Remove that. Move you. Too far. Too close. Goldilocks. Although the hands. Damn it. All right. Actually, we should have that one back there. Yeah, why are you here? You need to go here. Thank you. All right, so let us move this bazaar. Now, these are times where building with friends. Damn it, the hands again. All right, you need to come up. Can I make you a little bigger? No, you need to go. You need to go up a little bit. No. Let's try making you a little bigger. Because the hands are cutting. No, that needs to go up. All right. Take it up to about there. There we go. Got to go back a little bit. Back a little more. Perfect. He fits the screen. The hands stay within the screen. They don't cut into the border line of it. Excellent. Okay. So now, let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. We're going to leave you in the background. We're going to put you back in place. Bazinga. And now you just put your casing around. So you create your case for it. However you feel you want to do it. I don't like how that is uh, rotate, or the rotate button is the, you know what I mean. You know where I'm going with that. Damn Nip Nip. And see, with this kind of stuff, you know, I don't care if it's, you know, super perfect. You know, as long, again, as long as it's believable and it, you know, you can get a pretty good idea whether or not you're going to be lined up. You know, you just use reference. Like I can't stress that enough. I mean, you hear me use the word reference all the time, right? So what I was doing here was I was using this line, and then I was using this line and this line. So see, I'm a little, you know, in between here. You know, but whatever you are using for your reference, you know, it's super important. Holy mackerel, do I really have 13 people in here? Damn, well, welcome, y'all. We got Red, what's going on? Gamma, Richard. Who else am I missing? Who did I not say hello to? I did not say hello to the lurkers in the lurk, but I am now. Hello, lurkers in the lurk. How are you tonight? Well, tonight where I am. And then, you know, if you want, you can doctor this up a little bit more. Oh, 12 people. I lied. You want to get crazier, you know, shrink something like that down, throw that in the background there. You will have this. It does tilt there, you know, and sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't. So it's, again, questionable. But it does kind of look like it's still in the screen a little bit, you know what I mean? So you can add that, you know, a poster. You could try a sticker, obviously, as well. Downside is you will have to probably do a combination because it is, you know, for some reason you get that little kickback from the screen right there. So you can see here you get an angle, which, you know, can be used if you need to. Gamma, yeah, I might call on you. I just might. Now, notice how the poster now is acting different until it hits here, right? Now here it's not a wall. Here it's not a wall, but here is a wall. Here it goes on straight. Parallel. Here it's like, nah, screw you, man. Have fun. Pardon me. All right, is there anything on the other side of this where that's going to be peeking out? No, that goes in the dirt, doesn't it? I believe it does. All right, so I'm just doing a nice, quick, easy one here. Nothing too fancified. So we're going to have to do something about that now, aren't we? Yes, we are. Oh, wait. Nope. All right, so we get our general idea, you know, then we fill in the gaps. You know, we could That's not a difficult thing to do. Is this scalable? No, it's not. Well, I mean, it is, but I don't feel like dealing with that. All right. Yes, it's scalable. Of course it's scalable. We need these things. I forgot to go into camera mode. But that's how you do that. Simple, simple, simple. Like nothing to it. You know, little fiddling. You know, gotta move things around a little bit. Yes, Janet. I was actually in the beginning of the stream. We caught into you know, some of the way the parts are acting. Things that you know, you would build on a wall are usually, are from what I'm noticing. Uh, it ends up being kind of tethered, as you can see here. So if you notice, like I'm moving the right joystick and it's acting like it's on a wire. I should have put that in a more of a, but yeah, see here, like I'm using the right stick and it's just like it's tethered to, actually I should have been using the screens lines to line that up. I wasn't using anything. I wasn't following my own advice. Reference, reference, always reference. There we go. Flatten it out with the right stick, position it with the left stick. Boom. We're going to do the same thing here. Actually, should I bring that all the way up? I don't know, maybe. Or do we want to lay it down? Yeah, see, we can't. Once it's there, that's the crap about this one. I can't move it. It changes its position. Yeah, I'm still going to have to cover that lower bit. I don't like that. No. All right. What can I do instead? I mean, but you get the idea, you know. That's the main portion. Everything else after that is hiding the trick. Yeah, so it's going to be a pain, but at the same time, um, it makes it a lot easier to get parallel with the right stick instead of rotating, which never seemed to quite get flat. Does this act tethered in the air? No, only when it hits the wall. Yeah, so I don't have an issue with this. The more I'm, you know, yes, there's going to be some times where I'm going to be like, damn it, I wish we had the old way, you know. But I think once we get used to this, I think it's going to be much easier to get things on a wall like a poster to be parallel, and to follow, a set line. If they didn't change their horizontal position, um, it'd be a lot cooler if you moved it. I don't like the fact that that happens. Oh, that's right, I forgot. What am I, why are you so high? You're on there, aren't you? Here you are. Are you gonna move if I move you, or are you gonna stay put? Damn it. Damn it. Oh, you're gonna stay put. Thank you. I haven't used these in forever. I thought it'd be nice to throw it in the mix here. Every once in a while, there's a part I haven't used in a bit. I'll break it out just because it's like, oh, I haven't used you in forever. Last time I used the servers was, oh, come on. Why are you being such a nightmare over here? Um, was, oof, when is the last time I used the servers? The last time I used the servers was, what build? Oh, that little weird R&D area I had. Shoot, where's that one? Why are you being so different? Where is I can't get, alright, I gotta move the wall. Gotcha. Yeah, what if we bring these up to match the height of that? And then Do that. That. Grab that. Come in here like this. Do that. Rah, rah, rah. Quit your griping there, buddy. I pay you well. Do that. And that needs to be moved a little bit. Ah, I know why. Because we need to... Alright, we got that. That can go now. That can come into play for right now. Same with you, if I can get you in there. Nope. Oh, there you are. I think. Okay, there we go, better. Get rid of a little bit of this terrain here, just so we can kind of work. We'll put that back. Because we don't want to... We're already past our terrain edits by quite a bit. But, alright, that way we can get some even... Hopefully. That way we're not fighting against our floor back there. Got to get our cursor. Alright, so you're going to get there for now. We're going to come in here. We got a nice line right there we can line up to on the floor. That's good right there. We'll do the same thing over here. Come on. Sorry, quiet. I know. Builders hush. We've all been there. We know what it's about. We got it. Alright, let's check those walls back in there. Hopefully they don't delete our servers. Just so we can see what's going on here. Come on, there you go. Thank you. Now we have a nice, now we just get this lower bit here. But now we got some lights going on. Got some little blinky bits, which would be nice if they brought the blinky bits back. I have, Janet. That's how I got this critter right here that's chatting away at us. This Gecko-Lecca. Ooh, see, that's not lined up now that I have some light on it, or is it? No, it is. It's the angle. Okay, so we got that now. Thankfully, we can do that and nothing disappears. Now, you can do anything you want to close the remainder of that gap. For this, we could probably even just now chuck this in here. Or maybe not. Yeah, we want to contain. Well, so what I might do here then is, you know, maybe do a smaller version of that. Shrink it down, maybe. Nah. Let's see, what can we close that up with here? I could bring that down. Maybe do another one underneath that one, if it'll let me. No, it's going to be at the same height, isn't it? See, it looks like it's on the floor, but it's not. It's weird. It's not actually sitting on the floor there, so we don't want to lose the, the lights on the side. So what we could do here, pop that right there. Try and do something like that over here, even though I can't see anything. There we go. Perfect. And there you go. Granted, you got the search thing there, and then you could even doctor this up more. I mean, it's not, you could add in, anything you want, honestly, at this point. Oh, see, it's going to take some getting used to. That's definitely going to take some getting used to. There you go, quick and easy. And that's how you make one of those. Obviously, I would change a lot of this. I just dropped it in there it's what I call the sketch portion of this, So I kind of, it's where we start, and I look at it for a minute. And I'm like, okay, what do I like? What do I don't like? What happens if I search it? Does anything open? No. Good. And the search button goes away, I think. Yes, it does. Awesome. So we'll refine this, Like maybe we'll put this here instead. Or I think probably some sort of screen, you know, one of these would go there instead. Might even keep it at the angle. Or we could, you know, pop it up here. I mean, whatever, you know. I mean, there's a bazillion things you can do. A bazillion in one. Yeah, I might move the screen middle. I mean, you know, mess with it, test it, do what you want. You'll figure it out. It's not flat, but I don't really care right now. It's just about filling in some space. Right on. You know, then you add in, you know, some other bits and pieces to flesh it out a little further. This kind of stuff I prefer to shrink down when possible, or in this case, it will phase through in a way where I'm like, how did you do that? And how do I continue to do that? Where is that going into? You know, stuff like this is better if you can get a smaller version of it, you know. So I know I've got small wires over here somewhere. It just so bums me out. It's like they just fixed the lighting problem and it's now back. That stuff drives me crazy. It's like you just had that fixed. It was working fine. What did you do? Rather just walk over and grab it instead of making it again. I don't know why. It probably would have taken the exact same amount of time. But nah, let's do it this way. I already have it. And we're probably going to need to make a custom size anyway, so. Oh, hey, look at that. We already have it over here, too. Turns out I was probably already thinking ahead of time. Oh, actually, this isn't even fully scaled down. This one is. Ah. And then we'll do well, we have a regular one, so we don't need to do that. All right. We should probably save, huh? That might be a bit not a bad idea. Ah, the lighting, it kills me. Oh, that's such an immersion breaker. See, now this is Old City, right? So this is going to have like a bigger, older version in Old Town, right? So over by the landing pad, that's, you know, it's a little more newer. So it's got a smaller, more condensed version. This is like a bigger, chunkier, like older model. Hobbled together with parts from other things. Alright, let's make a couple of smaller sized items here. Well, this one might work out just fine by itself. We'll see here. No. I was hoping maybe. But no, okay. I'm doing it. I'm rotating I'm like, no, I want it to go the other way. No, it's changing. Sorry. You have to deal. Life is horrible now. Yeah, we're going to have to do some custom sizing. Okay, fine. You're going to want that a little bit larger than that. Not on that side. That's where all the extra light is. Did I just make one? No, I copied. Oh no, there goes my... That sucks. Alright, well, we're going to change this side, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's what we're going to have to do. You're going to have to come down a little further. Not where I want it. That's not where I want to put it. I guess we're going to have to do something like that. Needs to be integrated into this. There we go. Oh, but now that's too integrated. There we go. I want it more on top, but that's kind of the smallest we got, I think. Well, let me try this one. Let's see if that's any smaller. Oh, perfect. There we go. That will work. That's better. I think we could even throw that up here. Add a little add-on. Okay, that works there. We can do dual antennas, that's fine. And then we'll add you. Uh, oh, that's a deletable part. I gotta keep that in mind. Alright. Alright, fine. Play that way if you want. Alright, fine. I want to do it this way, but I guess you're going to force me to do it this way. Now you're not even letting me do that. Okay. Yep, this is one of those moments. Alright, so how am I going to do this then? Because you're going to create your own collision bubble. And if I try to move you under here, you knock me out of play. What am I hitting? It's right there. Is that your collision bubble? Or is that the screen? Nope, that's gotta be the collision bubble from that. But now if I move this, yeah, that's, damn it. Damn it. Yeah, that, at least for the audio on that thing. I want to put this into this, but at the scale I need it at. So how do I do that? Yeah, that's the collision bubble. Okay, so yeah, we have a collision bubble issue with that. Alright, I'll figure it out. Give me a minute. We'll do something with it. For now, we're just going to drop it in here, even though that does not look good. It will work for now. Still got to fix this. And what's going to disappear when I remove that wall? Nothing, thankfully. Okay. So we just got to replace something here, which isn't difficult. What do I want to do with them? Go back with the original? Sure, why not? Oop, get out of there. What are you doing in there? That's so much nicer to be able to copy that. And there you have it. One wacky screen thing. Geez, what's going on? How you doing? And then depending on what kind of collision bubbles you have now, you can start adding in unfortunately with the you know what, I'm gonna try something here. Why does that work? Oh, because the projection of the sticker, that's why. Damn it. You know what? Let's save before I start fussing around with something that's going to delete everything, or I can't get out of there, or... So that's that. What do you think? I mean, again, this quick throw together, this is just a quick throw up, you know? I didn't really think about it, and I haven't placed things where they should be. I've got a bunch of stuff that's out of whack here, but... You know, for 20 minutes, that's not a bad little put together. Granted, you got to get your screen right first. You know, everything you want to do on your screen, you want to get that done. Excuse me. Because once you start boxing it in, if you realize you don't like the position, or you want to add another character, or you want two in there maybe talking to each other. But this is kind of, you know, whatever the case may be, but that fits in here perfectly. That combination was made for each other. Like, seriously. That's pretty screen-like right there. You know? I mean, if that's not made for that, I don't know what is. We're going to stare at this for a minute, just so I can ogle my own little thingy. Plus, I get to see and stand back and go, okay, oh, that needs to move forward, that needs to move forward, it's too close to the wall, it's blending in. You know, how can I make this different next time? You know, throw a bunch of Could do another one of them next to it, but I would rather have the blob. I'll wait for the blob one so that we have two different things going on instead of a repetition. Because that way it could be two people having conversations with, two separate things, If this were a Gek city that spoke Viking, all of these placed around would make sense. It would be loud as hell, excuse me, but, it would make sense. Yes, I'm looking at it from different angles. But tell me that's not made for that. It's just about to be a big, goofy jerk. But I bit my tongue. Yep, that works. I'm pretty jazzed with that. And you can simplify it too. It doesn't even need, as long as you don't completely bury that screen. See, now, why can't we just get stuff like this, but, made, I mean, granted, it would defeat the purpose of me making things, but some new screens would be nice. Sorry. Just, I tend to stare. I mean, that really, from all angles, works pretty bloody well. Right there, it's a little bit. I mean, from like this angle, it almost looks. And again, you could add anything. You could do whatever you want. But this is a good starting point. Like I usually do. Here's an idea. Go run with it. But yeah, I'm pretty jazzed, man. Throwing up my jazz hands. See, that would be awesome, Janet. If we had all the, if we had a Korvik, Viking, and a Gek. Am I missing anybody? No, right? There's three. Oh. And an anomaly, a traveler. Like, that would be, that would be nice if everyone was represented. Granted, they'd have to do all the other aliens too, but, all right. Oh, we got so much work left to do in this place. Subway needs attention. This room up here, I have no idea what I'm doing with. I got to reattach the sign. This needs to change. So this is all going to go in a little bit. I'm just keeping it up there to remind me I need to move it and change it and do something different. Oh yeah, this was this is what I worked on last night. It's a little crooked, but I'm tired of fussing with it. I gotta fix this area up a little bit more. That needs bracketry. some hangers. What are you doing here? Let's get rid of you for now. I don't want to be tripping on you. Oh, right on, game. I'll check that in a second. We got a teleporters, but the cable length is still an issue. If I sent Zendesk a list of stuff, Hello Games would not like me. They already don't. They're like, what are you doing to our game? It's your own fault you keep crashing, you moron. I'm like, but I'm just trying to make your game more so you know. And if things. Where are you? There you are. Did it just get night all of a sudden? Out of nowhere? Or is that just like a shadow? Cloud going overhead. See, this is something nobody ever notices. That. I was going to do it all the way down, but I decided to say no. I might put one here. But the stair light. Let's take a look, see here what Gamma sent me here real quick, like. See, if I had a computer, I could show you all. But, where'd you send it to me? PS or, yeah, PlayStation? Yeah, we don't communicate via the Discord. Hold on, let me, you guys are going to get that pausey screen for a second. It is blue, but it's not bouncy, so I can't sing the bouncy blue screen song. I might do it anyway just because I miss singing the bouncy blue screen song. It's the bouncy blue screen, yeah, here it comes, to get in our way and to ruin our fun. Those little bouncy squares with the smiles on, bouncing away to the blue screen song. It's the bouncy blue screen, yeah. But you guys didn't get it, so it didn't make any sense right there. But I just sang the song anyway. It needed it. It's been a while since I sang it, ever since the PlayStation 5 doesn't do it. And I think they just changed the graphic anyway, and there was no more bouncy little squares, which I really enjoyed. I liked the bouncy little squares. They were fun and entertaining. And that you know that you were still, you were still there. Ah, ha, ha, here we go. All right, let's play with the new method. Since we're going to have to. But again, I think in terms of lining up, the joystick controls seem to be a bit better. It's too high. I don't like that there. That's no good. No, I don't like it. We move you now. And we have to do things the way I don't want to do them. If we do it like this, I think that would be better. But I kid you not. I think once we get used to this, it's going to be much better. Much better. Why are you not in this? Oh, that's right, because I have to do every one of you. I hate that. It's not going to be the same size necessarily. I suppose I could do this. the noises these mofos make. What up, keys? The keys to funk is in the house. Shugata, 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 da. I don't know where to place the other one, not following my own advice again. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll change the color of it later. What do we want to put up here? We're waiting for new signs. We're waiting for new Quicksilver. Although, you know what? I want to put this new poster somewhere because it's really nice. And I just haven't figured out where to put it yet. Part of me is holding off for the art gallery, but I want to kind of mess with an idea for the art gallery. Because we didn't get the part in this update I was hoping we were gonna, but we didn't. So that means I have to now build it another way. But yeah, this I need to make into something. It's a great poster. I like it. But yeah, get different holograms would be great. So, Key, just saw your screen. Dig it. Nice, quick little throw up. And again, this was the first one last night that I did. You know, this one's a little bit different. There's Keys. What up, bub? There you go. Now you'll be able to see everything, hopefully. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Oh,